The whisper slides under my door like smoke. If she falls down the stairs, it looks natural, Ethan says. I freeze. My nightlight paints a small moon. My fingers find my wedding ring. Lena answers, quick and low. The pills would be cleaner. My breath wants to run. I hold it until it hurts. I think, don't gasp. Don't move. Ethan, we can't wait forever. The house is money just sitting. I mouth, my house, and taste metal. Lena, stop pacing. She'll hear. Ethan, she barely hears anything. I whisper, I hear you. The hall creaks. Their words blur to a hiss. I text Mrs. Patel one word. Listen. Her bubble, I'm at the window. I type. Save anything you hear. The floor outside my room groans. Ethan, check on her. Lena, you check. Ethan, you do the tea. I'll do the papers. Lena, fine. I slide the phone under my pillow, smooth the blanket, and practice a slow, thin breath. The doorknob clicks. I let my lips part and snore. Ethan whispers near my face, Ma, you sleeping? I let the snore answer him. Paper rustles. She signed nothing. Lena sets a cup on my nightstand. Chamomile. Sleepy time. I say nothing. The cup smells sweet, too sweet. Ethan, tomorrow we ask again. Lena, tomorrow or we do it my way. I sit up. My hands shake. I wrap them around my ring until the pain steadies me. I whisper, Grace, you are not weak. I carry the cup to the sink, pour it out, rinse twice, wipe the rim, put it back. I lean on the door, ear to the wood. From the kitchen. Ethan, inheritance. Mortgage. Debt. Lena, insurance pays faster. Ethan, she won't fall on her own. Lena, then help her. I bite down on a sound that wants to break. Mrs. Patel texts, they said insurance. I wrote the time. I bless you. Keep lights off. She recording. I pull out my cane. I don't need it tonight, but I want them to think I do. I whisper to the mirror, practice. I limp 3 steps, breathe, limp 3 more. I make the board speak where I want them to. From the hall. Ethan, tomorrow. She drinks the tea. Lena, or the stairs. Ethan, no marks. Lena, then the pills. I silence my phone, open the voice memo app, and press record. I lay it inside the old clock that ticks like a heart. I whisper, this is Thursday, 11:14 p.m. I am Grace. My son Ethan and his wife Lena are planning to harm me for my house and savings. The words scare me, but they also straighten my spine. I stack pillows, text Ms. Rivera emergency. Call tomorrow. Quiet. She replies. Here at 9 a.m. don't sign anything. Don't drink anything you didn't pour. I understood. A chair scrapes. The fridge door opens. Glass taps glass. Ethan, drink with breakfast. She sleeps by noon. Lena, and we clean up. Ethan, we tell Maya grandma went to visit Aunt Ruth. Lena, stop saying the kid's name. Maya, the name flares like a match. I whisper, I will live for you. A car passes and lays a moving bar of light across my floor. I time my breath to the clock. I whisper to the dark, you won't bury me. Not tonight. I slide the dresser against the basement door from my side of the hall. Wood whispers over tile. I pause, no one comes. I return to bed and turn the cup so the handle faces the window. Mrs. Patel, police if you say. I not yet. I need proof. She, I'm watching. I curl on my side, eyes open to the crack of light under the door. Ethan, Lena lights off. Lena, coming. Dark. Quiet. The clock ticks. I whisper, stay small, stay sharp. The clock answers, tick, tick. I listen. I breathe and make a list. Wake early. Hide evidence. Call Ms. Rivera. Ask Nurse Jamal to check pills. Never be alone with a cup I didn't pour. I close my eyes and tell the night, I will not be easy. The night does not argue. It waits with me until morning. The knock is gentle. My stomach flips. Mom, how are you feeling? Ethan asks through the door. Dizzy, I say, thin on purpose. He peeks in, smile tight. Stay in bed. I'll make tea. I'll manage, I answer, but I don't rise. He leaves. I slide my phone under the pillow and wait. Lena arrives with a tray. You should rest. I'll handle your meds. Leave them by the clock, I say. I take them myself. She sets a plastic box down. I labeled everything. I see, I tell her, watching her hands. She nods at the nightstand. You finished the tea last night. It was sweet, I say. Too sweet. She adjusts the cup. I'll try a different blend. Thank you. Ethan returns. Breakfast in 20, Ma. I'm not hungry, I reply. Eat anyway, he says. It helps the dizziness. I'll try later. I lift the clock, slide the back, and touch the tiny recorder Mrs. Patel gave me. I whisper, this is Thursday, 6:15 a.m. testing. I am alone. I press record. I pour the tea into the fern by the window. The leaves curl like burned paper. Noted, I whisper. I text Ms. Rivera emergency. Quiet. She replies, call at 10. Do nothing risky. Understood, I send. I text Mrs. Patel, recorder live. Watch the front. She replies, curtains open. Footsteps. I slide the phone away, sink under the blanket, and fix a weak face. Ethan taps the door. Mom. Yes. He enters. How's the head? Foggy, I say. He eyes the medication box. Let me bring water. I have water, I tell him, lifting my glass. He glances at the plant. You watered that? It looked thirsty, I say. He looks at the curling leaves, then shrugs. Come eat. In a minute. He leaves. I breathe out and stand. I take my cane. Left, drag, plant, I whisper. Right, short, rest. I limp to the mirror, soften my knees, drop my shoulder. Fading, I tell my reflection. Back at the bed, I straighten. No. Lena calls, bright and false. Toaster oatmeal? Oatmeal, I say. Plain. With honey, she says. Plain, I repeat. You used to like honey. I changed. The clock ticks. I lean close and whisper. They offer control. I refuse it. Ethan again, Mom, food's hot. I'm coming. I take small steps. The boards creak. Lena sets a bowl in front of me. Careful. It's warm. Ethan slides a small pill beside the spoon. Vertigo med. I'll take it by the clock after I eat, I say. It works better before, he says. After, I repeat. He grinds his teeth and smiles. Of course. Maya at school? I ask. She's fine, Lena says. Focus on you. I do, I say. Ethan leans in. Mom, about the bank forms. Not now, I cut in. My head can't do money talk. It's simple. Later, I say. By the clock. He huffs. Always the clock. It's reliable, I say. Lena taps the pill. Let me help. I will help myself, I answer. Silence spreads. Spoons tap bowls. The fridge hums one note. I glance at the plant. One leaf has folded into a fist. The fern looks sick, I say. Too much water, Ethan says. Maybe the tea, I say. Lena laughs too loud. Tea can't hurt a plant. Some tea can, I say. Her eyes flick to the jar. She turns the label away. Ethan clears his throat. We should talk about the house. We should talk about my health, I say. After I rest. We're trying to help, he says. Then on at my pace, I answer. He pushes from the table. Fine. Nap. We'll revisit. I will, I say. I carry the bowl to the sink, rinse it clean, and dry my hands. I set the pill on the clock and speak low, not today. Mrs. Patel texts. He made a call on the porch. I type, thank you. Keep listening. Ms. Rivera, 10 minutes. I reply, ready. I stand in my room and look at the cane. Left, drag, plant, I whisper again. I breathe once, steady. Then I square my shoulders. I will not fade. I will let them think I do. Ms. Rivera's office smells like lemon and paper. She closes the door and gestures to the chair. Tell me everything. I heard them plan my death, I say. Change my will. Her eyebrow rises. To what? A trust for Maya, I say. House sold only if I die by natural cause confirmed by an outside examiner. If there's any crime, Ethan and Lena get nothing. She clicks her pen. Clear conditions. Are you safe today? I'm here, I say. I want the law standing beside me. We can do that, she says. Name a trustee. Use the firm until Maya is of age. Accepted, she says. Any bequests to your son? Not if he harms me, I say. Not if he forges, pressures, or lies. She studies my face. You're brave. I'm scared, I answer. And I'm done pretending. She softens her voice. We'll reinforce your boundaries. Will changes, trust language, and a living will. Also new power of attorney papers, I say. No access for Ethan. Financial and medical? Both, I say. He will not speak for me. Understood, she says, typing. Anyone you do trust? I trust you, I say. I trust Mrs. Patel. I trust the clock that never stops. She smiles once. We'll need a handwriting sample for authentication and a note about coercion. I take a pad. I write slowly. I, Grace, am of sound mind. If I am found dead from anything unclear, examine me outside the county and hold my assets until final report. She reads it. Good. Add today's date. Sign each page. I sign, palm damp. What will Ethan see? He'll see locked doors, she says. If he tries to use old papers, Banks will call me. Good, I say. He keeps pushing forms under my nose. Then we'll document that pressure, she says. Record dates and phrases. I already started, I say. I put a recorder in the clock. Her eyes harden with respect. Keep backups. I will, I say. What next? We file the will, she says. We update beneficiaries and notify your clinic about medical directives. If something happens, call me, then call the police. I plan to live, I say. But I also plan to be heard. She stands. Let's sign with witnesses. 2 staff members enter. We initial, sign, date, repeat. The pen feels heavy and holy. When they leave, she hands me copies in a red folder. Carry this with you. I will, I say. One more thing. My pills. What about them? Review, I say. I want a nurse to check lot numbers. I know someone careful, she says. Name's Jamal. Give me his number, I say. She writes it down. Call from outside the house. I will. I look at the folder. Thank you for guarding me. You're guarding yourself, she says. I'm just building the fence. I breathe easier. Fence sounds good. She adds, I'll file revocation of prior powers. Do it today, I say. Already queued, she answers. If they call you? I answer and log it, she says. Send copies. Email print. Outside. I sit on a bench and dial the number. Nurse Jamal. A warm voice answers. Jamal speaking. My name is Grace, I say. Please review my pills. Quietly. He pauses. Is someone tampering? I suspect, I say. I need confirmation. I'll come by quietly, he says. I can stop after 6. No uniform. Text first, I say. I'll meet you at the side gate. Understood, he says. Bring every bottle, even vitamins. I will, I say. Thank you. We'll do this right, he says. You're not alone. I feel less alone now, I say. On the ride home, I hold the folder to my chest like a shield. I rehearse calm. At dinner, Ethan grins too wide. Mom, sign this banking form. Later, I say, folding it shut. After my nap. It's just a signature, he says. So is a will, I answer. I change mine today. His fork stops. What? I'm taking care of Maya, I say. And myself. He laughs without humor. You don't trust your own son? I trust the truth, I say. He leans in. Sign it now. Later, I repeat, smiling. Not today, son. Jamal texts, at the gate. I slip out with the folder and the pill box. Thank you for coming. He keeps his voice low. Side porch? Fewer eyes. Here, I whisper. Kitchen after? We'll start with the meds, he says. Then I'll place a camera. I set the pill box on the porch table. I didn't touch anything since morning. He opens each lid, studies labels and scribbles. Lot numbers first. I watch his brow fold. Bad news. These 2 are mismatched, he says. Manufacturer code doesn't match the label. My fingers go cold, so it's not my imagination. He tips a capsule into his palm, angles it to the light. See this tiny chip on the seam? I lean in. A bite? Not a bite, he says. A tool. It's been opened and closed. Tampered, I breathe. He nods. Tampered. I'll document this. Record everything, I say. He photographs the chip, the box, the lot stickers, my hands with the date card. Chain of custody. Grace to Jamal to police if needed. Needed, I say. He slips the suspect pills into a small bag. I'll run a pharmacist verification tonight. Quietly, I add. Quietly, he agrees. Any tea left from last night? In a jar by the sink, I say. Too sweet. Don't pour, he says. Let me swab the rim. I unlock the back door. We move like shadows down the hall. He pauses. Your recorder? In the clock, I whisper. Already running. He nods. Good. In the kitchen, he presses a flat sticker under the shelf. Sticker cam. Motion activated. Angle. I ask. It sees the kettle, the spice jar, and the counter, he says. Batteries a week. I need a week, I say. He swabs the jar, caps the swab, labels it. Avoid this area tonight. I will, I say. Footsteps thump from the front. My throat tightens. They're early. Jamal whispers, I'll step out the side. Text me later. Keep calm. Thank you, I say. He squeezes my shoulder. You're doing the hard part. I breathe once and slip him out the door. Keys jingle. I set the pillbox where it was and sit at the table. Ethan walks in, smiles stiff. Hey, Ma. Feeling better? Light-headed, I say. Lena eyes the counter. I brought mint tea. I'll pour, I say. I can handle it, she answers. Leave it by the clock, I say. Ethan opens a drawer too hard. Utensils clatter. Lena glances at him. Stop rushing her. We wait. We're out of time, he snaps. I cough loud. I'm here, I say. No secrets. Ethan turns, voice sweet. Mom, you should sleep. I'll lie down, I say. After I water the fern. It looks fine, he says. It looked thirsty yesterday, I answer. Lena places the teacup near the shelf. Sip before bed. After I read, I say. Ethan forces a laugh. Old habits. Clock keeps them steady, I say, tapping the wood. Lena wipes the rim with a napkin. No dust. I smile thin. It's a clean house. Ethan slams the drawer again. I said we're out of time. Lena lowers her voice. Then acts smarter, not louder. Smart would be now, he says. Smart would be safe, she says. I'll go rest, I say. Good idea, Ethan says quickly. I leave the door ajar and let the clock see the kitchen. I walk slow, drag the cane a little, count my steps. In bed, I keep my eyes open. The fridge hums in the dark. A glass clinks. Water runs. Lena whispers, not tonight. Ethan mutters she won't fight much. I call out, steady, close the basement door. It's unsafe. Footfalls pause. Ethan answers, it's fine. Close it, I say. I heard it stick. Hinges squeal. A thud carries through the floor. Lena, done. Ethan, happy. I like safe, I say. Thank you. Another clink. A spoon. The soft hiss of the kettle. Lena whispers, wait till morning. Ethan says, morning then. But it happens. I heard that, I say. Silence stretches. Ethan tries honey again. Sleep well, Ma. I will, I answer. And I remember everything. I count to 60 twice and let the clock keep watching. Messy, I whisper. Give me messy. The house smells like stew. I sit at the table, palm on my cardigan. Ethan stirs the pot. Almost done, Ma. I can wait, I say. Lena opens a plain jar. Salt. I watch her wrist. No label. Repacked, she says. Fresh. Fresh can still be wrong, I say. Ethan chuckles. Paranoid tonight. I'm careful, I answer. Lena shakes the jar over the pot. I count the taps. Ethan ladles bowls. Big one for you. Small, I say. My stomach is shy. It needs food, he says. It needs trust, I say. He slides a bowl toward me. Eat while it's hot. I fold my napkin. We used to taste test. Remember? Ethan smiles thin. I cook fine. Show me, I say, raising my spoon to him. You first. Taste test like when you were little. He freezes. Steam climbs his face. Lena laughs too bright. She's teasing. I'm remembering, I say. Ethan nudges the spoon back. Go ahead. I want more broth, I say. I stand and switch bowls neat. This one has more. He can't protest without showing his hand. His jaw ticks. Lena lifts her spoon. See. Fine. Take a bite, I tell her. She sips, glances at Ethan, swallows hard. Good. I barely wet my tongue and set the spoon down. Delicious. I tap the table twice. Peppery. Ethan watches my mouth. Finish it. In a minute, I say. Let it cool. We made it for you, he says. And I appreciate it, I answer. What's in the plain jar again? Salt, Lena says. Stop worrying. Worry kept me alive, I say. Ethan pushes his bowl forward. I'll eat with you. Together, I say. 1, 2. He touches the surface, sets the spoon down. Too hot. Blow, I say. He laughs without humor. Bossy. I'm consistent, I say. Want bread? Lena asks. I want honesty, I say. Ethan's smile thins. Sign the bank form after dinner. Later, I say, tasting a single carrot. Needs time. Everything with you needs time, he mutters. Time keeps mistakes from sticking, I say. Silence settles with the steam. The clock ticks like a judge. Maya likes stew, I say. She's at a friend's, Lena says. Good. Kids should be safe and full. Ethan pushes his chair. Eat. I say, taking careful bites that go nowhere near the bottom. Why so slow, he asks. I'm old, I say. I'm allowed. Lena sighs. We tried. You did, I say. Thank you. Ethan stands. Water. I'll get it, I say. I said I'll get it, he snaps. Then get it, I answer. He returns with a glass. Drink. I will, I say and sip. Cold. Good for you, he says. Good for clearing the mouth, I say. He tries a smile. We're not monsters. I hope not, I say, eyeing the jar. Labels help. Grace, please eat, Lena says. I will after I read something, I say. Read. Ethan frowns. A prayer, I say. Thank you for food, for light, for truth. He rubs his temples. Fine. I bow my head and keep my eyes open. I let it pass. I'm full, I say. You barely touched it, he says. My stomach is shy, I repeat. He presses his palm flat. Wasteful. I'll save it, I say. Tomorrow will be grateful. Lena gathers bowls. I'll put it away. I'll do it, I say. I like small chores. Whatever Ethan says. I pack the stew into a container while they watch. I label it dinner. I smile. We're tidy. He yawns. Bed. Sleep well, I say. Their door shuts. The hall quiets. I tiptoe to the kitchen, open the container, and pour the stew into a clean jar I hide behind flour. I write the time and date on masking tape, press it flat, and whisper, stay ready. I text Ms. Rivera, evidence ready. Please connect me to Detective Chun. She replies, sending. I add, jar labeled. Recorder running. She, proud of you. I push the jar deeper, close the cabinet, and breathe into my hands. You wanted me silent, I tell the dark. I will make you loud. My hands still shake, but not from fear. It's anger learning to stand. Sam texts, 2 blocks. Lights off. I leave a decoy sweater on the couch, tilt a half-filled teacup, and whisper to my plants, live. I slide my recipe book under my coat, the wool copy into my inner pocket, the pill jar in a tote, the clock recorder in my bag. Keys. Phone. Courage, I tell myself. I open the side gate and slip into the night. The church van idles under a tree. Sam leans over. You ready? I was born ready, I say, climbing in, but I forgot. Tonight I remember. He pulls away. Seatbelt. I click it. Thank you. Mrs. Patel called, he says. Said you needed a shadow. I love shadows, I say. They'll think I'm home. What kind? A sweater, a teacup, a lamp on low. Clever, he says. Phones. Mine stays on for proof. I'll text from safety. He nods. Father said you can use the hostel. Bless him. He parks behind the parish and kills the lights. Quick steps. Head down. I follow him through a side door. The hall smells like wax and coffee. He opens a small back room. Here. I set the pill jar down, then the clock. Evidence. I text Ms. Rivera at parish. Safe. Evidence ready. She replies, Detective Chin 5 minutes. I'm on standby. A soft knock. Grace, a calm voice asks. Here, I say. A man enters, shows a badge. Detective Chun. May I sit? Yes, I say. This is Sam. Thank you for driving, Chin tells him. Anytime, Sam says, stepping into the hall. Chin closes the door. What do you have? Stew from dinner, I say, pushing the jar. Label, time date. Pills Jamal flagged. Audio from the clock. He puts on headphones. Card. I hand it over. He listens, then switches to a tiny speaker. Ethan's voice leaks out she drinks by noon. Lena's whisper follows, not tonight. Glass clinks. I swallow. I heard right. You did, he says. We'll move slow and smart. Slow hurts, I say. I want solid. Solid beats fast, he answers. Jar. Pills, audio. Timeline. Each makes the next heavier. I want Maya safe, I say, tapping my chest. We'll loop in social services at first light, he says. They'll check her at school. No doorstep scene, I say. We'll avoid it, he answers. Where will you sleep? Here, if there's a cot. Sam peeks in. Cot's ready. 2 nights, no questions. Thank you, I say. Chin opens a folder. Give me a clean timeline. Plain words. Night whispers. Sweet tea. Pill with a chip. Sticker cam. Drawer slam. Stew labeled. Basement door. Tonight's exit. He writes fast. Phrases. Insurance. Inheritance. No marks. She drinks by noon. He underlines. Will request pharmacy logs, bank calls, doorbell footage. Don't answer money questions. I won't, I say. I won't be there. Good, he says. Text your son something dull. No fights. Like this. I type, staying at Mrs. Patel's. Don't wait up. That's perfect, he says. Send. I send. The word delivered lands hard. My phone buzzes. Ethan, why? Lena, are you okay? Ethan again, call me. No replies, Chin says. I won't, I answer. Let them stew. Lab picks up the jar in the morning, he adds. Jamal hands off the pills. Keep the clock with you. It steadies me, I say. Do you need anything, he asks. Water, I say. And a small prayer. Sam returns with the bottle. The prayer is in the walls. I drink. I feel visible again. You are, Chin says. Lock the door. Sleep if you can. If anything changes, call me and Ms. Rivera. I will, I say. He stands. We act at sunrise. Quiet steps. Quiet steps, I repeat. Sam lowers his voice. I'll sit outside. Thank you, I say. For wheels and courage. Keep both, he says. I text Mrs. Patel at church. Safe. She replies, porch quiet. House dark. Good, I send. I place the clock on the side table and the jar in the corner. I tuck my coat under my head, leave my shoes on, and keep my phone in my hand. Tonight I did not disappear, I whisper. I chose to vanish and I chose to live. Mrs. Patel calls, voice low. Grace, listen. Debt collectors came. 2 men. Hard eyes. Did they see you? I ask. No. Curtains closed, she whispers. They banged and left a card. Read it. Final notice. Red stamp, she says. Ethan's name scribbled on the back. Thank you for watching, I say. I'm here, she says. Careful. A voice note from Maya pings. I put in earbuds. Grandma. Daddy and Mom fight at night, she says. They said insurance. Are you okay? I'm okay, I whisper to the empty room. I send her I'm safe. School first. I love you. I text Anna. Please check on Maya discreetly. Possible risk. Anna replies on it. I'll see her before lunch. Any immediate danger. Fights. Money. Talk of insurance. I'm hidden and cooperating, I write. Understood, she sends. I'll coordinate with Detective Chun. Chin calls. Threads are showing, he says. What threads? Forged signatures on your bank forms, he says. Strokes don't match your samples. And a secret life insurance policy on you. Taken 3 months ago. Beneficiary. Ethan, he says. Premiums routed from your account, then reimbursed from a betting app on his phone. Gambling. A year of it, he says. Losses, cash advances, fees. He promised Maya a swing, I say. We'll shield her, he answers. Bank fraud unit engaged. Pharmacy surveillance pending. Jamal's report supports tampering. Stay put. I will, I say. Can we keep Lena from Maya tonight? We'll speak to counsel, he says. There's movement. Ms. Rivera texts, back in trance. Alone. I slip in. She closes the door. Lena was here, she says. Why? She wanted counsel, Ms. Rivera answers. She said I was scared. Ethan said we'd lose everything if his mom didn't sign. Did she say poison? She avoided the word, she says. but she admitted pressure around medication and tea. Did she know about the policy? She flinched, Ms. Rivera says. She isn't innocent, but she isn't the mastermind. Maya sent me a note, I say. She heard fights. Anna's with her now, she says. Chin is coordinating. Part of me wants to burn them both, I say. And the other part, she asks. Save the child and sleep, I say. Anna messages again, saw Maya privately. Worried but not hurt. I'll request wellness check and safety plan. Thank you, I type. Keep pickup quiet. Noted, she replies. Chin calls back. One more thing. Ethan texted a broker. Policy clears in contest period, if natural. Contest period? First 2 years get extra scrutiny, he says. He's reading up. He studies how to bury me, I say. We'll make him study handcuffs, Chin says. Hold steady. I pace. If Lena cooperates, does it help Maya? Yes, Ms. Rivera says. If she testifies, we can secure protective terms and counseling. So mercy earns safety? Sometimes, she says. But justice first. Justice first, I repeat. Mercy after truth. Mrs. Patel rings again, whispering fast. They're back. Same car. Arguing. Ethan shouted about deadlines. Stay inside, I say. Lights off. Already off, she says. I'm writing times. I text Chin, collectors returned. Notes taken. Received, he replies. Patrol will pass. Don't break cover. Maya sends another voice note. Grandma, I drew us a garden. Tomatoes and a swing. Please come home. Soon, I whisper. I send her I'm fighting for that garden. Ms. Rivera touches my hand. Breathe. Anger wants the wheel, I say. Let truth drive, she answers. I nod and keep breathing. I want calm hands for court. For Maya. I stare at the door and ground myself with words I can keep. Justice first. Mercy after truth. Ms. Rivera's office smells like lemon and ink. I walk in with my cane and keep my spine straight. Ethan forces a smile. Mom, you disappeared. I didn't, I say, setting my bag down. I survived. Ms. Rivera gestures to the table. Place the items. I set the recorder and the labeled stew jar between us. Proof. Ethan snorts. This is theater. It's evidence, I say. Detective Chin closes the door. Ethan points. Why is he here? I ask for witnesses, I say. Ms. Rivera clicks a small speaker. We'll listen first. Audio crackles. Ethan's voice spills out, she drinks by noon. Lena's whisper follows, not tonight. Then the clink of glass. Color drains from Ethan's face. This is edited. Chin steps forward, voice even. Chain of custody, Mr. Hale. Source device, timestamps, sign logs. Ethan slaps the chair back. She hates me. She set me up. I loved you, I say. I protected myself. Lena whispers, Grace. I was scared. Ethan turns on her. Say it's fake. She stares at her lap. I'm sorry, Grace. You wanted my house more than my life, I tell my son. He barks, you owe me. I owe Maya a future, I answer. He leans in. I gave years. You gave pressure, I say. And forged papers. Ms. Rivera lays out folders. Updated will and trust. Revocations. Coercion logs. Ethan laughs thin. So you cut me out. You cut yourself out, I say. He jabs a finger at the jar. What's that really? Dinner, I say. Time and date. For the lab. Chin adds. Pharmacy shows tampering on 2 capsules. Bank confirms forged signatures. Betting app records found. Ethan glares. You called cops on your own blood. I called help on my own life, I say. Lena trembles. Ethan, stop. He snaps. You wanted the money too. I wanted safety, she whispers. I was wrong. Wrong? I ask. You poured from a plain jar. Her voice cracks. I did. I don't know what was in it. Ms. Rivera stays calm. Ignorance isn't a defense. Cooperation helps. Chin nods. Next. Lab run. Interviews. Protective measures. Ethan straightens. Mom, don't file anything. Ms. Rivera slides me a pen. Grace, this is the complaint. Your choice. My fingers shake above the page. Choice is mine. Ethan's voice softens. Please, I'm your son. You are, I say. And you stood outside my door and planned my end. He looks to Lena. Tell them I never did. She whispers, you did. He seats. Traitor. I'm a mother, I say. I choose my life and Maya's. He pounds the table. Chen's voice drops. Sit. I look at Chen. If I sign, what happens first? Evidence to the lab. Social services checks on Maya. Interviews, he says. And if I don't? The risk continues, he answers. Ethan tries again. Mom, I was desperate. Debts. Deadlines. Desperate is not murder, I say. Desperate can still choose. He whispers, I'm drowning. Swim toward truth, I say. Not over me. Lena turns to me. I will tell everything. Do it for Maya, I say. Ms. Rivera taps the line. Sign here. Date there. Initial each page. I sign. I date. I initial. My hand trembles, but my eyes do not. Ethan stares at the ink. You ruined me. I warned you, I say. You chose the cliff. He laughs empty. You always loved rules more than me. I loved life, I say. Mine and yours. Chen gathers the jar and recorder. We'll secure these now. Take them, I say. Let the lab speak. Lena wipes her face. Will Maya hate me? She will need honesty and care, I say. Give both. Ms. Rivera stacks the folders. We're done for today. Grace will escort you out. I push up with my cane and rise tall. Ethan whispers, Mom. I look back. Yes. He opens his mouth, closes it, and looks away. I turn toward the hall. The pen sits warm in my palm like a small bird. Ms. Rivera says, we'll call with updates. I'll answer, I say. Chen adds quiet steps. Quiet steps, I echo. Inside, my heart pounds, but my feet feel steady. I think justice first. Mercy after truth. For Maya. Cold air bites hands as I sit with Ms. Rivera. Ready, she asks. As I'll ever be, I say. Keep me steady. I will, she says. Detective Chen leans in. Evidence is cued. Thank you, I whisper. Quiet steps. The clerk calls the case. The judge enters. We stand, then sit. The prosecutor starts. Your Honor, we submit the audio, the pill report from Nurse Jamal, pharmacy photos, life insurance forms, bank forgeries, and neighbor statements. Ms. Rivera nods. I breathe. Ethan turns, eyes wet. Mom, please. Don't ruin me. I look at him. Son, you did that yourself. He looks smaller than the boy who stomped my kitchen. The clip plays. Ethan, she drinks by noon. Lena, not tonight. Then glass clinks. The judge frowns. Continue. A pharmacist testifies by video. Capsule scene shows tool marks. Contents don't match the label. Jamal takes the stand. I recorded lot numbers, photographed the chip, and sealed the pills. Defense rises. You dislike my client? No, Jamal says. I like truth. Chen speaks. Financial records show forged signatures. Life policy placed 3 months ago with Ethan Hale as beneficiary. Premiums traced to gambling app withdrawals. Defense sputters. Speculation. Logs and screenshots, Chen says. Dated. Lena stares at her hands. She whispers, I was scared. The prosecutor turns. Will you testify fully? Yes, she says. I will tell everything. I face her. Protect your child. Tell the truth. Tears slide. I will. Anna slips in with Maya. They sit. Maya peeks at me and lifts a small hand. I smile. My chest aches. Defense calls Ethan. He swallows. I was desperate. Death. Pressure. I said things I didn't mean. I answer, you plan my end. I didn't pour anything, he pleads. You pushed, I say. He snaps, you never helped me. Ms. Rivera murmurs, answer the question asked. The judge raps. Order. The prosecutor keeps it tight. Did you buy a policy on your mother? Yes, he sighs. Did you sign any bank form in her name? I signed for her, he says. I thought she would agree. The judge peers over glasses. That is not consent. Ethan sags. I messed up. No more questions, the prosecutor says. Defense tries to polish. Do you love your mother? He whispers, yes. Did you want her dead? I wanted the pressure to stop, he says. My coffin is not your relief, I say. Ms. Hale, the judge warns. I nod and fold hands. Lena takes the stand. I poured tea from a plain jar he gave me. I did not check the contents. I was wrong. I will testify. She glances at Maya. I accept community service. I want safety for my daughter. The prosecutor offers papers. Protective order for Grace and Maya. Cooperation agreement. Ms. Rivera reads fast. Terms are acceptable. Anna squeezes my arm. We'll guard the pickup plan and therapy. Thank you, I say. Keep it gentle for Maya. Maya slips her hand into mine. She whispers, Grandma, can we plant tomatoes? Yes, I whisper. We'll plant them where the sun sits long. She smiles, small and brave. Ethan stares at us. Please, Mom, don't let them bury me. I warned you, I say. You chose the shovel. He chokes. I'm sorry. Start with truth, I say. The judge clears his throat. Here is the court's decision. Silence spreads. Based on the evidence, he says, the court finds probable cause on fraud, attempted poisoning, and coercion. Bail is set with strict conditions. A protective order issues for Grace and Maya. Ms. Lena Hale will be released under cooperation and community service terms. Counseling is mandated. He looks at me. Ma'am, are you safe with these measures? With these orders, I say I can breathe. He nods. So ordered. His gavel lands like a hammer. I feel the crack and the healing. Ethan whispers, Mom. Live honest, I answer. Lena whispers, Grace, I'm sorry. Protect your child, I say. Tell the truth again tomorrow. Anna rises. I'll walk you out. Ms. Rivera gathers the files. We did the hard thing. Hard and right, I say. Chin opens the door. Quiet steps. Quiet steps? I echo, and I follow the light to the hall. Sun on the kitchen floor warms my feet. This place is small, I tell Maya, but the light is big. She laughs. Big enough for tomatoes? Big enough for hope, I say. Help me carry the planter. She grips one side. Where should it go? Right here, I say. By the window. The sun likes to visit. She grins. Write our names. I hand her a marker. You start. She prints slowly. Grace and Maya's hope. I trace the ampersand. Perfect. She pats the soil. Seeds now. First a wish, I say. Then seeds, then water, then patience. She shuts one eye. I wish for sweet soup. I keep the recipe book open to tomato soup, I say, patting the counter. We'll make it when the vines listen. She nods. Grandma, are we safe now? We're safer, I say. Safety grows like plants. We keep watering it. She leans on me. I like this house. I sold the old one on my own terms, I say. No rush, no shouting. She points at my pocket. What's the letter? Lena wrote, I say. She said, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better. What will you do with it? I'll read it twice, I say. Then I'll put it under a stone. Why a stone? So the wind can't boss it around, I say. So I can visit and not carry it. She thinks. Okay. We step outside. I lay the letter on the garden bench, read it again, fold it neat, and slide it under a smooth rock. Maya whispers, good night, letter. Rest there, I tell it. I choose peace. She pokes the soil. Seeds. Now, I say. 3 in each hole. She works with careful fingers. Will Daddy see this garden? Someday, I say. After he learns new ways. Will he be kind then? I hope so, I say. Kindness is a skill. She pours water. The dirt is drinking. The dirt was thirsty, I say. Like me. She smiles. Like soup. I laugh. Yes, like soup. At church, Sam waves from the door. You're lighter. I put down what wasn't mine, I say. He taps the planter we brought for blessing. Good name. Hope travels, I say. He lowers his voice. You sleeping better? I sleep and wake without counting doors, I say. That feels like wings. Keep them, he says. Detective Chun meets me near the candles. Papers for closure. Lab confirmed tampering. Banking wrapped. Orders stand. Thank you, I say. Quiet steps worked. He smiles small. You did the loud part. I shook, I say. You stood, he answers. Sign here. I sign. For Maya. For you too, he says. Ms. Rivera arrives with a soft hug. How's the sun? Busy, I say. It keeps showing up on my floor. That's a contract you can trust, she says. Stay for soup? I ask. Tomorrow, she says. Today I watch you glow. Back home, Maya opens the recipe book. Page marked. Read the first line, I say. She reads, careful. Start with ripe, Red truth. I smile. That's my handwriting. She points at my ring. Why aren't you wearing it? It held too much history, I say. I want it to hold roots. She tilts her head. Roots. I find a clean glass jar and pour soil halfway. A new home. She watches. You're planting a ring. I'm planting a promise, I say. I slip my wedding ring into the jar, cover it with warm earth, and press my palm flat. Grow something good. She whispers, grow something good. The room goes quiet but not empty. The clock ticks like a friend. Maya squeezes my hand. Did you? I breathe in the warm kitchen light. I did. The phone buzzes. Anna, I say. Therapy set for Wednesday, she says. Counselor. Thank you. I turn to Maya. Want to meet a listener? Do they like gardens? She asks. They do. Then yes. Rinse bowls. She asks, is forgiveness like watering? Sometimes, I say, but we don't water weeds. What about Mom? We let truth grow first. Mercy can follow. She nods. We will wait. I tie the apron. Ready to cook? Ready. Stir steady. Stir steady, she says.